Alright, this whole media blitz has been going on with Mr. Brown, Andrew Brown Jr. about what happened. Police officers in the past few years has been um, put in a negative limelight, and I guess I decided to get on this platform to try and um, put shed some light in this darkness of um, this profession. Now with Mr. Brown, um, that his death wasn't meant to happen. It didn't need to happen. Let me change that. It didn't need to happen. It wasn't supposed to happen at all. Because if he was driving away, what was the purpose of you shooting in the car in the first place? Especially as he was driving away. You have his information on a search warrant, so you could have just waited or filed another charge. Um, the difference between police officers, it's the color, and I hate to say it. Some people, white police officers, do police differently because of the color of somebody else's skin. Now, I think they approach things differently, um, whether than a white person or a black person. Prime example, George Floyd. Um, no, if that was me, and if I responded, oh, a guy with a counterfeit 20 or counterfeit currency, period, I do the investigation, confiscate the money, and if by chance he needed to be arrested, I consult with the supervisor if he needed to be arrested, he or she. But in that instance, I would have, if he needed something, I would have gave it to him, or I would have confiscated the bill, got his information, did a report, and took it up to the investigator. The investigator wanted to arrest him at a later date. Could have arrested him on a later date, but there was no need for him to be arrested at that particular time for investigation or whatever. Now, uh, policing in general is a great place to be. It's a great profession, but a lot of people do they get consumed with power, and just because they have the power, they think that they can do whatever they want to do. And I was like that when I um, first started getting into police work, and I realized that you know not all things need to be handled with your hands or handcuffs or um, a gun pointed at you or getting sprayed with mace or tased. You can talk your way out of stuff. You can pretty much talk to anybody, but it's certain people, um, and I see it with my own two eyes when white police officers encounter black subjects, or um, white police officers encounter white subjects or Hispanic subjects, how their demeanor change and how they approach them, and how they handle the whole situation. And it's my opinion, I think that uh, black folks are automatically deemed threatening off the cuff, and I don't know why. Um, the situation that happened with the teenager, um, I honestly think that it happened like it's supposed to happen. It was a sad outcome, but once again, um, you know how people approach the call. We get secondhand information, sometimes third-hand information, and it goes from the caller or someone who was told to call, and then the information gets relayed to the dispatcher, and then from the dispatcher it comes to us. So we don't get the full story all of the time. We only get majority of what was told. So we can get a call to where um, somebody's getting assaulted, and the person who's doing the assaulting is still there, and and the person has a gun in their hand, and all the while the gun is gone or the weapon's gone, and um, the person's not there, and it's some other person that was there as well, and we got guns drawn because of that particular thing. Now, she didn't deserve to die, and I agree with that. But she had the knife in her hand, but I'm pretty sure the police officer didn't know what was going on. But if she, I don't know, I guess anger took over as well. But I mean, I can see what was going on, but I assume that he was trying to prevent a life from being taken, potentially with a knife. Um, with Miss Potter, I honestly think that it was a mistake. I don't think color's involved in that whole ordeal. Um, I just think that it was a very unfortunate and sad mistake. Uh, she had to live with for the rest of her life. I don't think because he was black that she shot him or mistaken her gun for a taser. But they handled that call wrong from the get go. I mean, if he had a warrant, I would have gotten him out of the car, took him to the back of the car with the door closed. I would have closed the door and told him what was going on. And I would have surrounded him with police officers so he couldn't run. But it didn't happen like that. Policing needs, policing does need reform. It do. Um, we need more people of color in police work as well. We need, um, we don't need to be defunded because um, we just need more ways of weeding out the bad apples or the people who have alternative agendas as to why they became police officers, undercover racists or people who decide to join because they were bullied in school and they wanted to take that bullying out, and because they have the power and the badge, they can do that. You know, we just need different methods of trying to go and of finding the right person to do the job, because it's good people that are still doing this, and it's majority of the time it's not for the pay, because I'm not getting paid enough to do what I do. But most of the time it's for the fact that we enjoy helping. We enjoy doing it. We like doing it. We want to take that away because we like what we do. We love what we do. But it's just those bad apples. Because you have bad police officers, you have sucky firefighters, you have shitty politicians, you have bad doctors, bad nurses, weasels of car salesmen. I mean, it's where should I start? But it's where should I finish? But it is what it is. If I don't know, I'll probably continue doing stuff like this and put it on my YouTube channel for my input, to get my input.